So I wanted to take some time today to discuss the risks and benefits of coin grading, and I can't believe in the 650 plus videos that I haven't done a more comprehensive look at grading, coin grading, and how it benefits you as either a new collector or one that has been around the block for many decades. Okay, but this is going to be more or less a wake-up call, and this will determine if you really wanted to go down that path of making coins a little bit more than just collecting. For a lot of people out there, people grade coins for one of two reasons. Okay, to achieve a higher grade. Grade is everything, of course. To resell, and possibly if you're into the whole registry set collecting thing, which is collecting the finest or the lowest graded coins out of every series to achieve a high point scale, you could certainly do that. What's the actual percentage of all actual coin collectors that do a registry? It's less than 0.1%. It's minuscule in comparison to the amount of people out there that dabble in coins. There are a lot more novice new collectors coming in. Maybe perhaps you guys have coins that have been passed down to you, from loved ones. You're just not sure what you have. This video will help guide you somewhat. Let's preface, if you haven't seen it, take a look at the 1953 D Jefferson nickel sale from greatcollections.com. It's the video I just placed before this one, and at the end of the video I'll actually have a link embedded into the video, so you can just click it if you want to watch it to get an idea of the extremes to coin grading. And you'll find that the 53D that I posted up on there, you got to take into consideration there are two that graded at that finest mint state 67 full steps level, compared to what, 100 million of the things that were produced. So the odds and the chances of finding another coin like it is really, really low. Some would say it's almost like a lottery hit. All right, so if you can imagine that, that would be the best case scenario of coin grading. You grade for a higher level on the spectrum of the coin grading. The higher the mint state level, the more it's worth, right? Another thing is people grade coins for the authenticity aspect of it, okay? Especially when it comes to the rare key dates and varieties, okay? Key dates can be like your 1909 SVDB Lincoln cents of the world, the 1916D Mercury dime, the 21 piece dollar, the 1894 S Morgan. Those are a few of the key date examples, okay? When it comes to varieties, the 37D three-legged buffalo is a widely counterfeited coin. You would most certainly want to grade it to get the authenticity aspect of the coin in line. So let's say later on down the road you wanted to sell it. You could. People will be more comfortable buying a coin that has been looked at by 4 or 5 pairs of eyes at PCGS, NGC, Annex, or ICG. Okay, that's important. Like the 1918 over 17 Buffalo nickel is another great example of a extremely rare variety that's worth thousands of dollars even in the lowest grades. So I just pulled out just one of my blue boxes of coins that you guys have seen here in the recent past, and this will kind of help, while they're a lower grade level coin, all I believe were under $100. Okay, you need to know this. So, coins that I were grading about a year ago, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't sent a coin of a modern, a post-1950 coin for grading in about a year. Okay, I felt a little bit jaded over the whole process of it, because I had sent out a bunch of 1960s Lincoln cents, a couple quarters, much like this, the 66. And as pretty as the coin is, with maybe 1 or 2 tick marks, it got only a 67. If you were to go on PCGS's website, okay, there's a fabulous resource called CoinFacts, which is available for free usage to anyone that wants to look through there. It contains information of population history of the coins at various grade levels, mintages, pricing is on there as well. It's a PCGS price guide, but the actual pricing is determined by the actual market, okay? Online auctions, so on and so forth. They also have photo references on there. They call them true views, okay? And what you could do is you could pull up a 66 quarter and you could actually blow it up to the size of your screen to take a closer look at what makes it a 66 or a 67. And from what I can gather, under 30 times magnification for this coin, this one is as good as a 67, if not higher. This is a business strike, by the way. So a business strike 66 Washington quarter is extremely tough to find in a high grade. Here's the unfortunate part. In a 66, it's a $25 coin. So essentially, the value in this is in the slab because that's how much I paid to get it graded. All right. Whereas a 67, you're looking at a $300 coin. So if you know the price spread between one grade to another, that'll help you determine if you want to do that. Okay. And I'm not going to bull crap you. Grading moderns is about the biggest crapshoot you could possibly ever do. The odds are horrible. The only way that you might be able to come out at the end is if you submit a bulk large order where you get the actual bulk discount for submitting many coins, and then just hoping maybe one or two coins out of the 50 that you submit will come back at a suitable grade where you could break even. Okay, that's the definition of insanity. The coins that a lot of these auction houses like Heritage, Great Collections, and so on and so forth, they have guys that comb across the country buying BU rolls, and they literally go through every single roll with a fine-tooth comb, and they spend a lot of money before it ends up going to the graders. And even still, you know, if they had a mint state 68 Washington quarter and a 66 date, okay, they're probably going to submit 20 of this one date in the hopes of getting either a 67 plus or a 68. Okay, and that'll effectively make their money back at the end. All right. So if you're one of those people that like to kind of like spin the roulette wheel when it comes to coin collecting, okay, trying to flip moderns is for you. Okay, it's going to take a lot of money to make the money, and the opportunity is there. The thing is, these grading companies are extremely difficult on the grading of moderns. Okay, primarily, they don't want to saturate the populations. Okay, if there was only 2 mint state 68s, you better believe it's going to take a whole lot of coin to meet that 68 level for that third example. Okay, they're not just going to be this lay down Larry. We're like, oh, you know, it's good enough for a 68. We're just going to go ahead and give it. The coin grading process is there's going to be one master grader that's going to assign the grade, and it's going to be inspected by 3 or 4 other graders. Okay, and actually when you receive the paperwork back from the grading company with your coins, it'll actually show how many graders have also inspected the coin outside of the master coin grader for your submission. Okay, and then there's various coin graders that specialize in moderns. There's another one that does specifically copper, like early American copper. You have some people that do foreign. You get the big picture. All right, so Blue Rich, so you've given me the great news on moderns. Yes, it is extremely difficult. It is a high risk, high reward proposition. Coins can sell for upwards of 10K and up. So what's the most sensible way of coin grading? Well, I'm glad you asked. Okay, classics. Okay, maybe this one is a bad example because this is a coin that's worth about 25 bucks. Okay, and that's why your resources are online. You go on PCGS's website, you look at the population reports on CoinFacts, You look at the price guide, and that'll help you determine if a coin is suitable to send out for grading. All right, if it's going to cost $25 to submit, and then another $4 or $5 for the shipping, not just on one coin, you'll want to submit a number of coins. In the end, if the PCGS price guide or the prices you get off of like completed eBay or Heritage or Great Collections is either the same or just a hair over, I wouldn't submit it. Luckily, I bought this coin in the slab for $25. I also got another one here that I paid $30 for. They're full bell lines, so obviously you want to be at 65 level on these type of coins for this common date to even net out some sort of profit. Classic coins, no doubt about it. I would grade classic coins all day long. The older the material, it's going to be okay if there's problems to them, like corrosion or maybe the occasional scratch. Okay, those all play a huge part also if you wanted to submit coins. Ideally, you want to authenticate your old coins. Again, coin collecting, based off of what I've seen, there's a lot of specimens of various coins, even common dates, that are counterfeited. Okay, lead slugs and then plated with silver and so on and so forth. They're out there. It's a scary proposition. Coin collecting can be a great kind of like commodity driven safe haven in the event of like a recession. Okay, maybe not the end of the world type stuff, because that's where guns and all that come into play. But in the real world right now, where everything is driven by economics and the stock market, coin collecting can be safe. All right, and older coins definitely have a lot more to offer. It provides more of a safety net, okay, than moderns. I still consider Benjamin Franklin's to be modern. You get into like pre-1940, pre-World War II material, and that's where it's at. Okay, so classic coins, regardless of grade. Again, here's a modern. If you want one, buy one already slabbed. Do not buy raw coins and then submit them if you think that's where you want to go. Unless you're hardcore like that. Don't be afraid to use any one of the graders. Okay, various graders will produce a little bit different results, but the overall expectation level as far as the standards of grading is going to be comparable, if not the same, whether you use Annex, NGC, PCGS, or any one of the other third-party graders out there. Annex is what I call affordable and straight to the edge. Okay, they have a lot of graders that have worked for PCGS and NGC. They're economical. Okay, the cool thing about Annex is you don't need to pay a membership fee. NGC would be a close second because you could get the economy membership for I think $25, $29. Okay, that's not bad. Varieties, I would definitely do, as long as you know what you have. Okay, you pay a little bit more for the variety plus submission than you do just a regular general submission, so you want to keep that in mind. And finally, I'm kind of on the fence with coins like this. This is a coin that probably was pulled out of maybe scrap silver and then subsequently graded as a mint state 61. That's really on the fence, and it really, the price separation is for a raw coin, $25. For this one, a mint state 61, $32. It's really a pick your poison type affair on that. And if it's not a key date, okay, peace dollars are plentiful. If it's not a key date, you're really kind of like rolling the dice again. So those are a few things that to consider when it comes to grading. You're either in it for the grade or you're in it for authentication. And later on down the line, I'm still debating on whether or not I want to renew my subscription with PCGS, which is why I haven't done any submissions here in the last few months. I have NGC at my disposal, and I could always use them. And somewhere down the line, I'm going to do a through Z submission video, so you want to stay tuned for that. And it should be here sometime before the end of summer. It's not something I'm going to do right away because I have some coins to submit. I'm just not going to do it right away. But I hope that kind of sheds some light. Okay, again, it's a big risk reward factor for moderns. For the classics, it's really just a safeguard, and it will ensure your long-term kind of value in that regards. I've shown a lot of videos with moderns, and hey, this coin, this 1993 so-and-so sold for $3,000. Again, realizing that the submitter of said coin probably submitted maybe 24 coins at $20 a pop. You got to understand that there is very little profit margin at the end of the day by the time you factor in the submission costs and shipping and possibly insurance. Because if you send a registered mail, you're covered up to $50K. But at what cost? It's like $25. All right. And the smart move is to submit multiple coins. Don't submit just one or two, because the shipping cost will not be. It'll be affected. Okay, by the time you figure in per piece, your shipping is, let's say, going to be $12 a coin, whereas you submitted 20 coins. It's actually going to drop the shipping per piece down to like what, 50 cents or $1. So bulk submissions are definitely the way to go. All right, so if you guys have questions, comments, go ahead and post them below. I appreciate your guys' time, and I know it's kind of a long-winded video, but it's one that needs a lot of explanation in order for it to make some sort of sense, because I have a lot of new coin collector folks that come in and chime in all the time. And the big question is, how do I submit coins? Number one. Number two, hey, can you take a look at this coin and tell me what I have? I think I have a rare so-and-so, okay? And it's going to be a coin that's never been attributed as a rare variety. So this will help shed a little bit of light on the grading aspect of it. You guys keep sending me your emails, and that's blueridgesilverhound@gmail.com, okay? And I'm slowly going through it, guys. I got a lot of material, but it'll happen. And I'll catch up, and we'll be friends, and we'll talk more coins. That's the way it's supposed to be. But I'd love to hear your comments and questions, and please give me a great big like on this one. I spent a lot of time pondering if I wanted to do this video today, but sure enough, it needed to be done. And I appreciate your guys' time. Again, it's Blue Ridge Silverhound. Go ahead and subscribe. I got that video for the 53D nickel if you guys wanted to take a look at it. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it already. And you guys have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.